Uh-oh. You walk into the room and your dog, your supposed best friend, doesn't even wag their tail. In fact, they give you that look. You know the one? The side eye. The slow blink. The I tolerate your existence but only because you open the food bag kind of look. Could it be possible that your dog doesn't actually like you? Before you panic and start bribing them with treats, let's break it down. Here are 7 undeniable signs your dog might secretly be plotting their escape from your affection. Stick around, because if you recognize more than a couple of these, you might have some serious apologizing to do. Sign number 1. Your dog ignores you, on purpose. Dogs don't do the cold shoulder unless they mean it. If you call your dog's name, and they don't even flick an ear in your direction, yeah, that's a bad sign. It's like when you text a friend and they leave you on read. You know they saw it. They just don't care. Now, sure, sometimes dogs are just focused on something more interesting, like that squirrel outside or the leftover pizza crust on the floor. But if your dog regularly ignores your attempts to get their attention, it could mean they don't feel bonded to you. Try sitting on the floor at their level and speaking in a soft, friendly voice. If they still walk away, yikes. That's like them saying, "It's not me, it's you." Sign number 2. They don't wag their tail. When they see you, tail wags are a universal doggy love language. When your dog loves you, they can't help but wag their tail when you come home, sometimes so hard their whole body gets involved. But if you walk through the door and your dog just stares at you like a tax collector, yeah, not great. No wag equals no excitement. No excitement equals questionable feelings. Dogs don't fake enthusiasm the way humans do at awkward work parties. If your dog only wags their tail for the food bowl and not for you, then congratulations, you've officially been ranked lower than kibble. Sign number 3, your dog doesn't want to cuddle. Let's be real, not every dog is a snugglebug. Some breeds are just naturally more independent. But if your dog used to cuddle with you and suddenly acts like you've been doused in pickle juice, that's personal. Dogs seek physical closeness with people they love. If yours actively avoids sitting next to you, turns their back when you try to pet them, or slinks away when you reach out, yeah, you might be on their meh list. You can try offering treats or engaging in activities they enjoy to rebuild the bond. But if they still resist, well, at least your cat loves you. Wait, does it? Sign number 4. They avoid eye contact. Eye contact in the dog world is serious business. Loving eye contact with a dog releases oxytocin. Yep, the same love hormone that bonds parents and babies. So if your dog refuses to make eye contact with you, it could mean they don't feel safe or connected. Now, some dogs are naturally shy or submissive. But if your dog looks everyone else in the eyes except you, that's a red flag. It's like when someone won't look at you after eating the last slice of pizza. They know what they did. And in this case, your dog might be avoiding you because they don't fully trust you yet. Sign number 5, they show their belly, but not for belly rubs. Okay, this one is tricky. You might think that when a dog rolls onto their back, it means, "I love you, give me belly rubs," but not always. Sometimes it means, "I surrender, please don't hurt me." If your dog rolls over but keeps their body stiff, avoids eye contact, or tucks their tail, this isn't an invitation for belly scratches. It's them saying, "I don't feel comfortable around you." Oof, that one stings. The solution? Build trust. Let your dog come to you instead of forcing interaction. And for the love of all things fluffy, don't rub that belly unless they clearly want you to. Sign number 6, they flinch. When you reach for them, if your dog flinches when you move toward them, it's not just a bad sign, it's heartbreaking. Imagine offering someone a handshake and they immediately duck like you're about to throw a punch. That's what it means when a dog flinches at your touch. Now, before you take it too personally, understand that there are a few reasons why this happens. Some dogs have had a rough past, especially rescues who may have been mistreated or abandoned. For them, human hands aren't always associated with love and belly rubs. Instead, they might remember rough handling, loud scolding, or even punishment. But what if your dog has never had a bad experience and still flinches when you reach for them? Well, that could mean they don't trust you yet. It's like dating. Trust isn't given automatically, it's earned. Maybe your dog hasn't spent enough quality time with you, or maybe they just need a little more reassurance before they start to feel safe in your presence. How to fix it? First, slow down. Dogs, especially nervous ones, don't respond well to sudden movements. Instead of reaching over their head, which can feel threatening, try offering your hand palm up near their chest or under their chin. Let them come to you. Second, use positive reinforcement. Treats, a calm voice, and slow movements can work wonders. Sit at their level, talk softly, and let them initiate contact when they're ready. And third, be patient. Building trust with a dog isn't an overnight thing. It might take days, weeks, or even months, but the effort is so worth it. Because once a nervous dog finally realizes you're a safe place, that's when the tail wags, the cuddles happen, and suddenly, you're the center of their universe. And isn't that why we get dogs in the first place? But if your dog flinches every time you walk by, even after all that effort, it might be time to evaluate your approach. Are you unknowingly being too loud, too unpredictable, or gasp? Could it be your deodorant? Okay, probably not, but hey, it doesn't hurt to check. Sign 7. They don't listen to you, even when treats are involved. Let's be honest, dogs aren't exactly known for their selective hearing. They can hear a cheese wrapper crinkle from 3 rooms away, yet somehow go completely deaf when you tell them to come inside. But there's a difference between a dog being stubborn and a dog straight up not caring what you say. A well-bonded dog will acknowledge their owner, even if they don't always obey. They might give you a yeah, I heard you look before trotting off to do whatever they want. But a dog that genuinely dislikes you, they won't even pretend to listen. You could be holding a full steak in your hand, calling their name in the sweetest voice possible, and they'd still be like, nah, I'm good. Why is this happening? If your dog ignores you, even when food is involved, it could mean they don't respect you as their leader. Dogs naturally follow pack structure. If they don't see you as someone worth listening to, they won't. They don't associate you with good things. If most of your interactions are negative, like scolding, grabbing, or forcing them to do things, they might not want to respond to you. They've been accidentally trained to ignore commands. If you call your dog 10 times and they only come on the 11th, guess what? They've learned that the first 10 times don't matter. They're stressed, anxious, or distracted. Dogs that are nervous or overwhelmed may shut down and ignore everything, including you. How to fix it? Start with consistency. If you tell your dog to come and they ignore you, don't just give up. Use a treat, get excited, and make them want to listen. Reward immediately when they do. Next, change your tone and energy. If your voice sounds dull or frustrated, your dog won't be motivated. Try using a higher-pitched, excited tone. Dogs respond better to enthusiasm. Finally, rebuild your bond through fun interactions. Play with your dog, go on adventures, and be the provider of all things awesome in their life. If your dog associates you with fun, food, and love, they'll be far more eager to listen. But if your dog still ignores you even when you're holding their absolute favorite treat, well, you might have some serious making up to do. Or, maybe they're just a cat trapped in a dog's body. So, what can you do about it? If your dog is displaying multiple signs from this list, don't panic. It doesn't necessarily mean they hate you. It just means your bond might need some work. Here's how to fix it. Respect their space. Let your dog come to you instead of always initiating contact. Use positive reinforcement. Reward good behavior with treats and praise. Engage in activities they love. Play fetch, go for walks, or give belly rubs if invited. Build trust gradually. Don't force affection. Let them warm up on their terms. At the end of the day, dogs are loyal creatures. With time, patience, and lots of love, and maybe a few extra snacks, you can rebuild the bond. And hey, if all else fails, you could just get a second dog and see which one likes you more. Kidding, kind of. Did you recognize any of these signs in your own dog? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to make sure your dog absolutely adores you, hit that like button and subscribe for more dog-friendly content.